Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Novice Legendary. Today's tip of the week. Hmm, kind of bland, but it's fitting. We're going to talk about planning. Now, I don't necessarily mean planning out your schedule, break out your Franklin Covey planners and daytimers and what have you. Although if that really does help you, go for it. I personally prefer just using my phone to keep my schedule. Google Calendars is wonderful that way. But no, that's not the kind of planning I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually, working together. Because because role playing is a cooperative thing. Here's my hand motions, consistency. But actually working together with the other characters in your group to make plans to overcome whatever obstacles or challenges that you may be facing. Now, this is a new thing for the hat trick that has happened this past session. We were faced with trying to get to the magistrate's mansion, the manse, as everybody kept calling it. But for all intents and purposes, we had to get through a town square that was loaded with zombies and skeletons to get there. Now, previously, we probably would have tried to just rush in, but that has not worked out too well for us. Most every time we've done that, either we have come we have had characters come close to death or actually make it there. And so this time, everybody actually took the time to plan things out. I mean, we had some NPCs that actually scouted the area out for us, which was really nice. Of Fatima is like this dwarvish shopkeeper in the town of Hell's Gate, which that name should have told us a little something about what would actually happen there. But anyways, we had this, so we had it all mapped out. We had it all mapped out because of the scouts, you know, being very good at their job, and we got to trying to work out what the best plan, how best to go about it, and it became like a good hour or so of the session, which normally, since it's just us just sitting around talking, characters sitting around talking, you'd almost think that would get kind of boring. It's just like, let's get to the fighting. In fact, I was used to have that kind of mindset at the beginning, but after previous experience, it just also made sense for everybody in the group, Cheersman included, maybe even Cheersman especially, to be a little more cautious and actually try and plan things out and have a coordinated plan to execute. So this became like an hour session of, what if we did this and what if we did that? What other resources do we have available? Oh, well, we have 5 of these little grape shot bombs available, which was repeated, is enough to at least take out a small building, like a small house, which happened to be the ones that were in this town square. Oh, and we have like 20 or 30 guys that can fight alongside us, but if we just have them going toe to toe, they will get mercilessly slaughtered. And it was just a lot of this back and forth. What else can we gather from the town to work this out? And eventually, it kind of panned out. It panned out to be the plan that we actually put into place. I'll just share a little bit of that with you. So what happened was we had uh, some of us actually we had actually picked out one of these houses. This is southwest corner. It was one in the southwest corner, and we were actually going to lure as many of these undead into this house as we could, and then just blow the whole place up and just tear it down with them inside it. And in the meantime, we were also having all these NPCs take all the wagons and carts in town and set up these barricades in the entrance in most of the entrance ways to into this town square to try and keep all these zombies enclosed. Excuse me. And then we would have everybody on the roofs of the other buildings, you know, raining bolt and arrow related re-death. We're facing zombies and skeletons after all; they're kind of dead already. On them, along with the party, who would also get on these buildings and just take out this whole group, because that would eliminate the risk of these minions coming to the aid of the big bad in the mansion. So, we did it. We executed this plan. There were a couple little complications that our DM threw at us, but weren't anything like super major, and it freaking worked. I mean, we finished the session. We're just like, I can't believe that actually worked. That worked. We had a competent plan, and it worked. Now, why is this important for your role playing? Well, as I said, this is a cooperative game. Anything you can do to work with a group and make it a more engaging experience is a good thing. Sometimes that may require you to go charge in, guns or crossbows or spells blazing. A lot of the times, especially after you've done the charge first, ask questions later, taken that approach, it's better for everybody to actually get together and plan. And this is where the cooperative part comes in, because then everybody's bouncing ideas off of each other. And it helps the party to become a more cohesive unit. Here we go. Hand emotions. So I can't guarantee you that every plan will work as well as one that we did, but that's one of the big things is the GMs want you to become more engaged in the world. Engaging with your fellow adventurers, engaging with the other characters in the world, and working together with them as much, wherever possible. So they're likely to, a lot of them are really likely to actually reward that kind of effort and that kind of thinking and planning and follow through. And again, it just really makes it a more rewarding experience. And eventually, you have this group of people that are going through all this crap together. They're going to want to try and come up with plans to get out of it alive and come out on top. So just remember that. So, what is your best story of plans gone well? Or even if the plan didn't go well, even if it was like the best plan that a group can come up with, what was your experience, and what did that add to the experience of everybody at the table? And by table, I don't just mean an actual table. I might even mean just over Skype or Roll20 or whatever the case may be. So, let's discuss that. Let's see where everybody's gone with that. Until next time, engage with your group, make plans, share them with amongst each other, and get legendary.